So let's talk about something nobody talks about. Black women who helped build the clowning history but never got the credit for it, got erased from it. Because while people celebrate the classic circus era, famous white performers, there were women of color painting their faces, doing the work, and never got their credit. Even the simple art of clowning can carry the weight of racism and sexism. So today I'll be talking about the forgotten queens of the tent. Black women who made people smile but were not allowed to take center stage. So to understand why these women were forgotten, we need to go all the way back to the 1900s, so-called golden age of the circus. That era celebrated characters like Emmett Kelly, Otto, and Lou Jacobs. At the same time, Jim Crow laws were at full effect. That meant black performers can entertain white audiences, the masses, only under one condition. They had to humiliate themselves. If you were a black woman in this industry, especially back then, you were either sexualized, turned into a maid, turned into a caricature. So when black women entered clowning, were often forced to wear exaggerated makeup. They couldn't wear makeup like this. They can't wear makeup to simply just complement their features. No. No. They had to play up their race, not to express artistry. Their comedy wasn't theirs. It was written by white circus owners to make the white audiences laugh. It was to make these white audiences laugh at them, not with them. And if they refused to do that, they were replaced, fired, or rewritten out of the show's history. There are black women who broke through, like Bernice Calling, and I also made a video on her, so you can go and scroll and you'll find the video. You just have to dig through the fragments to find these women, like local newspapers, histories, circus records to find them. One example, performers who were connected to the colored troops that toured small towns in the South. These women were not allowed under big tents. They built their own shows in churchyards, parks, and fields. They created their own characters. The white, face-painted clowns with red noses. The vibrant emotional figures, including spiritual performers. Some historians say that their acts of clown is what we now recognize as drag clowning and burlesque comedy. But of course, those influences are never credited. You had women like Mabel the Funny Girl, Sweetie the Jester, names buried under faded archives. Their shows drew hundreds. Their laughter carried across segregated streets, and yet no photos, no posters, no legacy in the circus museums. Being a clown already meant that you were treated as a joke. Being a black woman and a clown meant you were treated as invisible. And after integration, circus schools and clown colleges did not change much. Look at the enrollment numbers from the 1970s through the 1990s. Almost no black women. Not because they weren't talented, don't start out with that, but because they were discouraged. Oh, they didn't fit the aesthetic. When circuses started doing international tours, suddenly diversity became a marketing point. It wasn't real inclusion. Black women were brought in to perform tribal or exotic roles, never as clowns with full creative freedom. There were props in a show to use color as a spectacle, not representation. Now there's black women everywhere who is reclaiming clowning in the digital space online. There is way more freedom to do that because this is my motherfucking phone, this is my motherfucking face, and I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. You're not telling me nothing. You're not controlling me and telling me what I have to do or can't do. No, you're not doing that. No. There are black women who are redefining what clown beauty, clown identity looks like. But here's the problem. Still fighting the same goddamn fight. Being tokenized, being fetishized, especially online, or being accused of being too much. White clowns are being praised all fucking day, but a black woman is aggressive if she does certain things. Especially black clowns who talk about racism. Like, mwah. Guess what happens? It's called unprofessional, aggressive, too much. Now, honestly, I don't see that many clowns talking about racism, white or black, to be honest. But that's what happens. And that is also probably a reason, even if they thought of, oh, let me talk about racism, they know what's going to happen. That backlash. Because not everything is sweet. White people will run and come and say, oh, you're being aggressive. Oh, this is actually not right. Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong. Your experience is wrong. All of the information that you looked up and researched is wrong. Oh, they don't. But it's history repeating itself. It's just more modern day now with followers and hashtags. So when we talk about clown history, remember that there are chapters missing. Chapters written by women who painted their faces, hid their pain behind laughter. Now, their names might not be in textbooks, circus archives, but their spirit is in every performer who refuses to fit the mold. Legacy doesn't fade. These forgotten queens of the tent deserve their crowns back.